Hi, I'm Maggie from maggiescrochet.com, and this Cutie Bug Cardi video is sponsored by Primo Yarns. For this adorable little sweater, I used Primo yarn, and this is a great easy care yarn, and it's got an anti-pilling acrylic in it, and it's perfect for beautiful baby and kids projects. And it comes in beautiful spring and pastel colors, and there are 13 colors in the line, and it's 100% acrylic, and it comes in a 3.5 ounce skein, which is 100 grams or 273 yards. And the gauge for the crochet hook is an H, so it's more like a worsted weight yarn, and the knitting needles is size 6 needles. That's recommended. And this adorable sweater is really good for all sizes. It's actually 12-month, 18-month, 24-month, 4 years, and 6-year-old in the pattern. So that's great, and you can make this for your grandkids or your kids. And the materials that were used in this sweater are the peach, pale blue is right here, and the baby yellow, lavender, and white. And I just love this color combination. And then you're going to need some little buttons, 3 little buttons for the top. And the crochet hook was a size H, and you'll also need a yarn needle. So the links to everything are listed below, and I'm going to take you to a close-up now and show you how to make this adorable sweater. So here's a close-up of the Cutie Bug Cardi, and the sizes that the pattern includes are 6-month, 12-month, 18-month, 24-month, 4-year, and 6-year. So this sweater that you're looking at right here is the size 4-year, and the yarns that were used in this are peach, which is the main color, pale blue, baby yellow, lavender, and white. The crochet hook is a size H, and then you also need 3 buttons for the yoke. So this is a very large project, so what I'm going to be showing you are some of the key features of the sweater. So the reason why I'm showing it to you upside down is that it started from the yoke. So you do your starting chain is right here, and then you mark certain chains, and then you do increases for this yoke to flare out. You do increases on each side of the marked chains. And then these are front post double crochet stitches in here and back post double crochet stitches. So I'll be showing that to you. And then when you get out this far on your yoke, you're going to crochet just to this much, and then you're going to skip these stitches of the yoke right here. These will all be skipped for the sleeve, and then you will pick up this part of the yoke for the back, and then when you come over here, you'll crochet along there. You'll skip another set of chains or stitches for the next sleeve, and then you'll crochet on the last set of stitches for the opposite side. Then you will crochet down in rows to finish the body. Then you'll come back on the skip stitches and crochet out for the sleeves. So right now I'm going to go to a close-up of and show you some of the stitches that are used in this adorable little cardi. In the first part of the directions, you're instructed to do a foundation chain, and that will be different depending on what size you choose to make. And then as you're making the foundation chain, it reads to chain 7, for example, and then it says to place a stitch marker in the 7th chain. So let's pretend like this is the 7th chain, And then it tells you to chain more and then place marker, which is PM. And what that means is to just place a marker in the last stitch that you worked. So then on the first row, you would come one stitch on either side of the marker. So you'd come up to one stitch before the marker and you would work an increase there. So it's just working 2 stitches in the same chain, and then you would work 1 stitch in the marker chain and then an increase on the other side of the marker. So in the pattern, that's what that will mean. And then you continue on to the next marker and do the same thing. So now let me show you how to change colors at the end of your row, because every row in the yoke changes to a new color. Okay. Now there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can work your last stitch until you have 2 loops on your hook, and then you can make a slip knot with your new color, and then finish the last stitch with the new color. So you'd put your slip knot on there, and then you would draw the new color through to complete the last stitch, just like that. And then with that, you would chain 2 and turn, just like that. So if you want to, there's another way you could do it, and that is to come down to the end of your row, finish the last double crochet, and go ahead and chain 1, tighten up the back of the chain, and then snip that and pull this all the way through, and that'll lock it, and then turn and start with a slip knot on your hook like this, and join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. So you go like this, yarn over, draw that through, and then draw that through the loop on your hook like this, and you could tighten that starting chain a little bit, and then the directions say to chain 2 at the beginning. Okay, so that's how you would change colors. Now to do a front post double crochet, you yarn over, you insert the hook from this side to this side, from front to back and then back to front, yarn over, draw the loop out, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, and draw through 2. Once again, you yarn over, you go into, and you don't work in the stitch behind this. Like you don't work in the top of the double crochet here, you're just working around the side of it. So I'm going to go from this side to that side, yarn over, draw that loop up, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And that's a front post double crochet. So now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to yarn over, draw a loop up, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Okay, now back post double crochet is, well, let me do a couple more front post double crochets here. And I'll just go all the way down to the end here because I want to show you how that ridge gets created there. So in the very end, I'm just going to work a front post stitch around that back turning chain there. So now I am going to finish. I'm going to join my coral back on. So I'm going to have a slip knot. I'm going to finish my last double crochet with the new color. I'm going to draw that through like this. I'm going to go ahead and cut this color here. And later on I can go in and sew in my ends there. I'm going to chain 2 and turn. And see the ridge that was created? It matches the ridges that you see on the sweater. Okay, so now on this row, I need to do what's called a back post double crochet. So instead of going in through the front like this, I need to go around the back of it. So I'm going to start from this side in the back and go to the front, and then I'm going to come from the front back to the back like this, and I'm working around the back of that stitch, and then I'm going to complete a double crochet stitch, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. So now I'm going to do that again. I'm going to reach back here, and I'm going to insert my hook from this side to that side, yarn over, draw that up, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, and draw through 2. Then same thing all the way across. So I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to turn the work so I can see the back. And I'm going to insert my hook from this side to that side, draw a loop up, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. So you can see how that back and forth from front post double crochet to back post double crochet creates the ridges all on one side. So yarn over, turn your work towards you, insert your hook around the post side of that stitch like that, yarn over, bring that loop up, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And you just continue all the way across the same way, just like that. So that's how you do the back post double crochet. And so all your nifty little rows will look like that. I think it's amazing. I love it. And I love the use of the colors too. So now what I want to show you is a double crochet decrease stitch. So let me turn here. Now when it says to decrease, there's a couple of different ways that people do decreases. And the way I like to do them is to, let's say it's a double crochet decrease, I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook in here, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, go into the next stitch, draw a loop up, draw through 2, and then draw through all 3. I just like it to be a little bit fuller, so I do my decreases like that. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over, and draw through, let me see, you're going to yarn over, go through here, draw through 2, go in the next one, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, and draw through all 3. So that's how you do the single crochet decrease. So the rest of it is pretty straightforward. There are edging rounds, and there's a little buttonhole round, and that's just simply chaining and skipping some stitches and then coming back and working single crochet stitches over the chain. And then you sew your buttons on and you sew your ends in, and then you've got a cute little sweater. So I like the sizing of this, I like this yarn, and I like the use of all these colors. So the links to everything are listed below, and be sure you subscribe to our channel, and thank you very much for watching.